What's going on, everybody? This is the Basura Triangle podcast. We are coming at you live here at Corky's, Temple's #1 destination for entertainment. My name is Jeremiah Red. With me, right next to me, uncomfortably close to me, is my co-host, Mr. Gary Spragg.
What's up? What's up?
The self-proclaimed menace of the Austin metal scene. How are you today?
I'm good. They can all suck me.
His statement, not mine.
Yeah.
Got a very special guest today. Somebody from the Temple metal scene. That's going to be Mr. Danny Martinez. How are you?
What up, dog? I'm good. Are you guys touching thighs right now?
We were until you pointed it out.
right.
Yeah.
He's like, we got video evidence now. This happened.
Zoom in.
He's just upset that his thigh wasn't touched.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Well, I mean, if we all squeeze in a little bit.
Is this what a thigh gap is when you don't?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody can get in on the action. So anyways, man, give the viewers some background. Who are you? Why are you here? Etc.
Well, I'm Danny Martinez. I'm here because I don't know why. They just asked me, and I was like, well, I got nothing else going on. So, and these two guys are homies, so I was like, yeah, let's go. But yeah, I do music. I do comedy now. I do podcasting. I do graphic design. I don't know. There's not many things I'm not good at. So,
A man of all traits.
yeah.
I don't know. His wife told me spelunking is not a strong suit of his, so there is that.
No.
Yeah.
So background, music, and all that.
Yeah.
What's the backstory on that? Let's hear it.
Backstory, I kind of fell into music, honestly. I wanted to be an actor originally, so I did theater all through high school. I did a little bit of choir, and then I went to a concert at Bethel here in Temple, and since that moment, like I saw it, the band was called Astoria Arms. I don't know if you remember them.
I remember that, yeah.
But their energy on stage was insane, and I was like, I love this. I need a band now. I need to do this on stage. And so, like, I kind of put acting on the back burner a little bit, and I put more focus on trying to find people to be in a band, essentially. And it took me all high school to find one, but the weekend that I graduated, I actually played my first concert.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
yeah, it was pretty awesome. And then ever since then, I kind of just had the bug, like the stage bug. It doesn't matter the medium, like if it's band, if it's comedy, or whatever. I just want to be on stage performing for people. So
Yeah, that's how I first met you.
Yeah.
Was because, like, Everyone Does Utah played at Bethel.
mm-hmm.
And, like, I went to high school with your guitar player, Taylor, and he was just like, oh, I'm in this band called Everyone Does Utah. I'm like, that's the dumbest band name I've ever heard.
It was
And he was like,
the dumbest name ever.
he was like, wait, are you not going to come? I was like, no, I'm going to be there.
I'll be there, but you better
like,
change that name.
I invested so much money in that band
Yeah.
after a while.
Same.
But, like, oh, yeah. But no, that's always, like, kind of, that's how I was whenever
Yeah.
I first, like, joined bands and stuff like that. And then got into comedy. I was like, this is, like, being on stage and having that, like, that moment.
Yeah.
To where, like, you're entertaining somebody. And I was like, this is what I wanted. A
Yeah.
creative outlet.
I can't figure out. I can't pinpoint what it is specifically about, like, being on stage and performing for people that I enjoy so much. But it's like the best drug that I've been on since,
Yeah.
touching the stage, essentially. Because, like, even when I did,
Since PCP.
yeah, best drug since PCP.
Woo!
No, but yeah, man, there's something about it. Like, I can't get enough of it, and I always have to find ways to, like, get out there and do it. I don't know. It's weird. It's
No,
fun though. It's good. It's good shit.
Well, it's because it's like, for me, like, it's just the entertainment quality and, like, getting better.
Mm-hmm.
You play your first show as a band, you're like, oh,
We
that
sucked.
sucked.
We were terrible.
Yeah. And,
We're
like, or
fucking
you,
awful.
you do your first comedy set, you're like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
But you have to prove to yourself that you can get better.
Yeah.
And then also, it's something you love.
Yeah.
And eventually you get better at it, and people start paying you to do something you love.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's sick.
That's definitely the goal. Is always to, like, get paid for doing what you love.
100%, yeah.
But I mean, like, even so, like, I don't necessarily care about the financial aspect of it. Like, money, I'll figure money out, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's why I've been in the band for so long, because it's not like we're making crazy amounts of money doing this stuff, but I figure out ways to, like, pay my bills and also, have enough money to do the entertainment side of
Yeah.
everything. So it's just like, if you enjoy something enough, you find ways to do it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's with, like, any hobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. So, with comedy, because you've been doing that lately, but we'll kind of drill down on that
Yeah.
here in a minute. you said that when your band first started, you guys sucked. How did you figure out that you sucked?
Oh, dude, just video. Like, I mean, comedians do it too, where you video yourself, and I'm sure like you get to those places where you're like, damn, that was cringy. Like, I don't. You should delete that video.
You have in comedy, you have the luxury of a live feedback.
Yeah.
So is that kind of the same?
Oh yeah, it's very very similar. Like you get, I mean, yeah, and honestly, it is very similar because even if you have your friends come out to the show or whatever, like they're gonna laugh at your jokes because your friends know your humor,
right.
And they're they're your friends because something attractive.
They already know. They already know you're funny.
Exactly. So when your friends and family go out to a show, they're just supporting and cheering regardless if you suck. They're like, wow, they're actually doing it. They're AC/DC now, like. But like, I don't know. It just I've seen the videos and I could tell we weren't the best, but I was having a fuck ton of fun, and with anything, the more you do it, the more you practice, the better you'll get at it.
Right.
So.
Can you recall a particular moment where, like, after the show, whether you're in the green room or I guess at the bar or whatever the case may be, where you just like it was like quiet and you guys were like, we might suck. That was not good.
Honestly, no. I don't know if there was like I can't pinpoint a moment that I was like, damn. I take it back. There was a show one time, and this wasn't even when we first started. This was like mid career.
Oh shit.
Where I was like, y'all, we need to get better or I'm gonna fucking quit because that fucking sucked. And I don't know if it was just a bad night where like we had a bunch of technical issues or what it was, but like I was just so fed up with like if we're not gonna do this at 110%, we don't need to do it. Because I could put this energy towards something else and get better at that. Like it had to be, and it's tough when you have like 6 dudes because you gotta like get everyone on board with it versus like I'm on board. This is what I'm gonna do, and so like it was a show in Dallas. I don't remember what the situation was exactly, but I was just like, if we don't start doing better, we can't do it. Like we're not gonna get outplayed by like local bands and stuff. Which there's nothing against local bands. Like we all started out as local bands, But I was like, I want to be the best, and not because I want to be better than that band. But because I think we're better than what we just did.
We want to justify the 3-hour drive.
Exactly.
So is that kind of what happened? Like you finish your set and everybody just like, ugh.
Yeah, dude. There was like you ever have a bad night doing comedy where you're just like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And you're just like contemplating life and you're just like, what am I doing with myself? Well, it just felt like that. It just felt like we bombed doing comedy, but like all of us sucked. There wasn't a good... I couldn't for that show, I couldn't find a silver lining, there was it was just all around bad. And so and then honestly from that point, everything got better. So I was like, well, all right, fine. We're good. We worked on it and I'm glad we did. And, and now we're progressing and doing better and better as we go. So.
Well,
go ahead.
Well, it's like that, having that moment where it's like having that moment where you do really good. You're like, I want to continue to do that.
Yeah.
And with a band, there's 6 of you. And if the vibe is just off on everyone, you're like, can we never do that again?
Dude.
And you all have to agree on we have to do better than that. We've seen the bottom, don't go back to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And and if you do a show where the whole crowd loves it and you pack it out and there's a mosh pit and every song and whatever.
People just vibing.
And you're like, how do I do that again?
Yeah.
So you're like, it's you want to be over
You're
here.
always chasing that level of not necessarily success, but that level of
that great night.
That great night, that best night that you ever had. Every night is you're almost trying to either get to that point or do better.
Which is a lot like comedy.
Yeah.
I've had sets where I was like, dude, that was sick.
Yeah.
I nailed everything. All the jokes flowed together. Everything worked. The crowd was there.
Yeah.
So you get that night. I'm like, I want to do that again, and I'll go on for another mic, and I'm like, oh, I bombed shit. God damn it.
Yeah. No, and it's the same feeling, man. It's very, very similar. So.
That's one of the things that I loved about comedy was going from music to comedy. Was you have those great nights where the crowd loves you, but then you're like, I have to keep that up, and makes you better.
Yeah.
And then I've looked back on the video of me do comedy on a great night. I was like, all right, continue this, and you learn. It's just learning process.
It just sets the standard for like what every night should be like for you,
and what you can do.
Yeah,
like you're like
you know you're capable of doing that.
So like, why not do that all the time?
I don't know. It's weird though. It's different with comedy because like you never know who's in the crowd. At least with like band stuff, you know, for the most part, like if you have a set of like bands, they're all gonna be very similar in style. So it's not like they're not gonna completely hate what we do. But comedy, you never know who's in the crowd. Like they could be like, I don't fuck with that, you know.
Or people who are not there for comedy.
Yeah.
And they just happen to be there, and they're like, oh, there's
that's
comedy
the
here.
worst.
Yeah. Like there's been a couple times where people walk into like Corky's and they're like, oh, there's a comedy night on Wednesday. Like, we just wanted a couple drinks.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, guess what? You get a show too.
No, guess what? You're getting roasted.
Yeah.
What, motherfucker?
Alex just walked on stage. He's gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
I did a show here. I got booked on a show. It was a Saturday, and this like party. It was a group of realtors.
Oh, nice.
They had rented out. There was like 20 of them.
Yeah.
And the host, it was actually Alex. He was like, "Did you guys know that there was going to be a comedy show going on?" And they were all like, "No." But I don't know.
We were here for karaoke.
I heard from the bartender they were just fucking with us, but I don't know. They were. Excuse me, they weren't vibing too well, and it's not that they were bad or anything like that. It was really hard to get their attention.
Yeah,
that was the main thing.
Also, demographic. Like, like people walk in and they'll expect like a wholesome kind of clean comedy sometimes, or like they expect every comic for an open mic. They're like every comic isn't Dave Chappelle or Louis C.K.
Yeah,
like you can't walk. Like there's gonna be one guy who's sit there and he's nervous as hell. He's holding his notes. He's saying his jokes like this the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, there's gonna be
it's
that guy.
A start. Yeah, it's a place where people come to start. It's the starting point, you know.
And just like whenever like that local band books their first show.
Yeah.
And people are like, this band sucks. I was like, well, yeah, they suck. Like they've only played two shows.
Give them a few shows, and eventually they'll get good.
And like when I was promoting shows, they were like, oh, I don't go to those shows because all the bands suck. I was like, well, they're all like 17.
Yeah.
They've all played like a handful of shows, and it's $5 or $10 to get in.
Yeah.
Could you not be an asshole and could support local music?
Yeah.
Because Green Day started out playing like at their high school on this like janky stage.
Yep.
And now look at them.
Yeah.
Or like Blink-182 started in some like shitty club, and now look at them.
Everyone starts somewhere, and you know.
Yeah.
The only
what was that like when you guys were up and coming, trying to book gigs? Because I imagine it's harder to put on shows or even music open mics as opposed to comedian. Because with comedy, you just need a microphone. Yeah.
I mean, when we were first starting, it was different. Like it wasn't like it is now. Like music scenes everywhere were popping.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was, we just we also came up in the MySpace age, so we were very connected with that. So like we had bands in like McAllen that we were friends with. We had bands in like Dallas that we were friends with, and so like we would just connect.
McAllen, that's strange.
Yeah, like everywhere.
Like mariachi or what?
Yeah.
Over there by the border, mariachi core.
Yeah. No, it was. They were actually, dude. They were sick. The band I'm thinking of. Oh, fuck, what were they called? They were like my Sky Your City or something like that. We brought them up to Temple one time.
Skyscrapers won't go.
No, they were from Houston, but yeah, they were cool too. But yeah, it was just one of those things that we were just really well connected through social medias that, and like I said, wherever these bands were, there was good scenes happening, and so we would just be like, you want to trade shows? Like we would put shows on here, and the shows here were awesome, and then we'd like legit swap. Like they'd come here, we'd go there, kind of thing. And
that was a lot like with Sit Fire Set Sail.
Yeah,
right?
that's literally yeah. I'm still friends with them, so
like I remember those guys would come into Temple and play a bunch of shows, and then like you guys would play Dallas shows with them.
Yeah.
And I caught a couple of y'all shows in Dallas, and like there's that good trade off.
Yeah.
And that's like when
it was a very supportive scene back then.
Oh yeah. Well, and the social media was so much better. It's weird to say, but it was better then.
I think so too.
Because Facebook and Instagram are just trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
MySpace was like, hey, I spent hours on MySpace looking up local bands and new bands and stuff like that. Like Facebook does not give a shit about like selling you a band or like getting you to check out a band. Or
they also limit the amount of people that see your stuff.
Yeah.
And MySpace didn't do that. Like if you made a post, like everyone that likes your page or whatever.
There was no algorithm.
Yeah, exactly. They would just everyone would see what you're doing. So it was the different scene back then.
MySpace Tom, patron saint of fucking social media. Shout out to him,
dude, for real. He needs to take over Twitter and make that shit into MySpace.
That'd be so. Didn't Justin Timberlake buy?
Justin Timberlake did buy MySpace, but it is not the same.
My and then blank. It was like My Blank or something like that.
It's funny because he was in the Facebook movie.
Yeah.
He was like, drop the.
Yeah. And that was all.
Now it's like, drop the MySpace.
Yeah. Well, and I think some Russian company bought them.
Probably, I don't know.
And like now they just have pictures of kids in their emo trash phase.
God. I wish I could go back and because I deleted my MySpace before it was cool.
Yeah.
You know, and I wish I wouldn't have done that because I wish I had those pictures.
So many captured memories. And like, dude, like when
idiot.
And like when I was promoting shows, like my profile picture was always changing because it was the flyer of the next show coming
that's exactly.
up.
Yeah, we would do that, and then on top of that, the top 8 or 16 or whatever would be bands that we fuck with. You know, like.
And that made it so much easier to find bands.
Exactly.
Like,
bands were promoting other bands.
If someone was like, I love Everyone Dies Utah, I'll go to your MySpace page and be like, okay, well, they're also friends with Set Fire Set Sail and all these other bands. Yeah. So I'm going to go click on these other bands and like check them out.
It was a very, very, I don't know. It was a better social media for
and now we're in our 30s and just upset.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So,
but
the way you guys are talking, is the music scene not as supportive now, or what's the deal with that?
To me, it started to feel a little different. It's not that necessarily that everyone's not supportive. It's just not as connected.
Gatekeeping.
Okay. It's very gatekeepy, which is weird. Like, it's unfortunate and it's weird because like I was always down to help other bands. I was always down to like, you know, make friends with everyone. And,
we're all in this together type feeling.
Yeah,
right?
Especially like the local scene. But like the local scene hated us when we were first starting. So like,
he would know.
But yeah, exactly. He probably knew all the stuff that other people were saying because he was hanging around everyone.
Well, because like I knew everyone in the local scene, and like I was friends with like all the people you kicked out of the band.
Yeah.
And then also like I was friends with you, and I would regularly wear one of your T-shirts. And people were like, oh, that band sucks. So, like, could you watch your mouth? Because these are my friends.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
Gary's like, fuck you, I'll beat you up.
And, like, but then, like, I'd wear a different shirt. It'd be, like, Zero and Falling.
Yeah.
And, like, they're like, we're all friends.
Yeah.
Like, why are you guys talking trash? And,
I don't know, man.
Like, the local scene was really weird at certain points. And, like, now I see a lot in, like, the Austin scene is, like, a lot of those, like, new age hardcore bands were coming out. And they were very anti like promoting anything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, this is basically your
How
job.
are people gonna know that your show is happening?
My band's so underground. My 5 friends know about me. I was like, who gives a shit?
That's what I'm gonna start saying. Like, hey, listen, it's not that I suck at comedy. I'm just underground.
Underground.
People don't share my stuff because they know you gotta be like in the club.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about comedy now.
Yeah.
Is like a lot of the like hanging out with comedians reminded me of hanging out with bands in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Because like everyone's.
I was getting that vibe also.
And like it's so much more eclectic now.
Yeah.
Like especially with Texas, like there's a large Hispanic population, a large white population, and that was the majority of what you saw at shows.
Yeah.
In comedy, like everyone's there, like all races, all genders, all like. Everybody's there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen a Greek guy in here lately, but that could change.
You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
You just got to get that one
Even
Greek restaurant.
People were talking about Greek isn't a race.
But like, it's like that's what I loved about comedy too. It was like it felt so much more inclusive.
Yeah.
And there's a lot less gatekeeping, and everyone just wants to like. I want Jeremiah to kill it at a show. I want you to kill it at a show.
Yeah.
And like, in a lot of music scenes, it almost felt like.
You're waiting for someone's downfall.
Yeah, they were very spiteful.
Yeah.
And like, whenever you guys first signed your contract, like I was like, yo, do you guys hear? Like everyone does, you don't sign their contract. That's sick. Like, they're that band, like Flyleaf.
Yeah.
When Flyleaf blew up, I was like, yo, you're from Temple, and
boy,
you
they
did
had
something.
Haters, though.
Yeah.
Oh, they had
haters.
It just comes with the territory,
Yeah.
honestly. Like being not saying that we're successful, but we have a level of success. And
You toured outside of Texas, and you did 90% of what those other bands couldn't do.
Yeah. Either way.
Yeah.
Either way, like it comes with the territory where like if you're doing something right, there's gonna be haters. So like you just kind of like learn to build some thick skin for you. So.
Well, you know what they say, man. If people ain't hating, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. But I agree with like how. So whenever I first started coming to Corky's, I didn't immediately like jump on stage or anything like that. I wanted to, but I was like, that's gonna fucking fail if I just do that. So like I like sat back and watched how everything worked because I didn't want to like just jump into a scene where it's like who's this guy or whatever, or I wanted to actually like work, like work and then eventually like get on stage.
Yeah,
dude did his homework.
Yeah,
I wish I would.
Which is like, I think a lot of people should do because then you get people that just come up and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but like they don't know the ins and outs of or like the rules of like. You do your 5 minutes, you get the light, you get 1 minute left.
I was gonna say, really, the only rule
that's
you
the
should be
main.
following
That's the main
when
one.
you come into the scene is learn about the light.
Yeah.
It's okay if you go up there, you don't know your flow, you don't know your cadence, you don't know where anybody's at, and your materials. It sucks because you're new. But definitely find the host and be like, hey, what's the situation with the light?
Yeah.
Here it's pretty standard. Usually you get the light at 1 minute. That means you have 60 seconds to wrap it up and get the fuck off. Other places are probably different. I don't know. But just if you're going to take anything away from this, like if you want to do some homework before you come on, a lot of people do that. Cool. But yeah, for sure, learn the light situation.
That's like the golden rule.
Which is the same with music. Yeah. Like when we do shows, like if you don't stick to your like set time, you push everyone else back.
Yeah. And your promoter will hate you.
Fucks us up. Like I've been playing like because I hate headlining, and I hate headlining because if no one's taking care or like taking control of like set times,
right?
We don't go until like 1.
Yeah.
Which
and
is
no one's
there. Everyone's asleep. Like all our fans are probably the same age as we are, and they're like, "Fuck, it's my bedtime. It's 8 o'clock. I gotta go."
Yeah.
So.
My alarm's going off. I gotta take my ibuprofen and melatonin.
I gotta take my
brain
brain meds.
Here for?
And especially like if you're like a heavier band and everyone's getting mosh pits.
Yeah.
Like, by the third, fourth band,
my Advil's
like,
about to stop
tired.
kicking in. I don't know if I can be able to stand much longer.
Like I gotta go home. The kids got school tomorrow. Like I gotta
It's
fucking
like going
go.
up to the bartender and be like, hey, can I get a bag of ice real quick? My shoulders
fucking look like Brett Favre, like all the ice on his fucking knees and shit. It's like, oh man, that was a rough 30 minutes.
Well, and like, whenever we would play shows, like our number one thing was like tight 30 minutes, and like the promoter would be like, "Hey, you have 30 minutes, play your songs, get the fuck off stage, whatever."
Yeah.
And we were like so stoked. We our friend would time us, and we were like 29 minutes and 45 seconds, and we're out. And then the next band would go on, and they'd go on for 45 minutes. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
But also, like, who's managing this? Like, who's stage managing? Like, cut them off.
Like a sound,
start
you
slowly
makes
turning
no
down the
goddamn
volume on
sense.
everything.
Like, look at the sound guy, you're like, oh, come on, let's fucking go.
Like, promoter's like, man, this band's been going on for a long time. Fucking yeah.
Do something.
Go tell them to get off stage.
Like, I watched, like, for open mics, I watched, like, hosts, like, approach the stage.
Yeah.
And it's such a tense moment because you don't know what's going to happen.
Or all the other comedians start bringing out their flashlights and the phone.
That's so funny. That is so funny to me. Everyone's just like...
And then some people are like, they're clueless. They're just like looking
so
around. They're like,
oblivious.
wow, is everybody taking a picture? Am I killing that hard?
Everyone's
like,
getting
no.
video
No,
of
we
this.
just need you to get off.
Like, I go up next. Now I have to recover.
Yeah.
This entire room is all pissed off. Because, like, bitch is gone here for fucking 15 minutes.
Too damn long.
All right, so before we switch into your venture into comedy, give us the accolades music-wise. Obviously, you've toured outside of Texas. You signed the contract. What else? I mean, brag about yourself.
So, we've gone to Canada, which was cool.
Nope.
Like, which is out of Texas also.
No way.
We've been on a few magazines. My face was the cover of MTV for like the episode of Headbangers Ball that we were on,
shit.
which was pretty cool. Like at the time, like when Headbangers Ball was a thing.
That was so sick.
Yeah, like my face was like they took a screenshot or not a screenshot or whatever the fuck, like it was just a moment where I'm like screaming into the camera and I was like, oh shit! It could have been anyone. It could have been like Chiodos on there. It could have been whoever, but they picked my face as the cover for the thing, and I was like, hell yeah, it felt really good.
I bet.
Nice.
I got deported from the UK on my first UK tour.
I mean, some people would think that's a flex.
It was kind of. It was. I wish it was way more rockstar than it was, but
I was doing cocaine.
yeah, like I threw out, nothing crazy. Essentially, we didn't have the proper paperwork But the way the whole...
Oh, they're a bureaucratic bunch over there.
Because we were coming from France to the UK, and if we would have just stayed in the UK, we would have been fine. Because we got in there, we got our tour bus, and we had all our equipment, and we had a bunch of shows in the UK. But we had one show in France, and it was so far out of the way, and I told the band, I was like, y'all, we should just drop that show, because Architects and Beartooth are going to be playing down the street.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, I don't want to be at our show. Why the fuck would anyone else want to be at our show?
Yeah, no
You
kidding.
ever see this small band from Texas?
Dude, yeah, seriously. And like one of the biggest bands from the UK, one of the biggest bands in the world. Like, it was just like dumb. It was like, I was like, there's no reason for us to go to the show. We'll save gas money, because it was like an 8 to 10 hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we had to go on a ferry. So like,
So that would basically
And
be
you're
like...
so much money wasted to go for that one show that no one's gonna be at.
That'd be like if they put on a show at Trino and then Dave Attell's here at Corky's. Like,
Yeah,
who the fuck's
nobody
be
is gonna. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was like. And so I was like very anti going to France for this one show.
here? Hey, grandmother would like this guy.
Yeah.
And
My mom's like, fuck France.
yeah.
Sorry, your mother.
Yeah.
And so then everyone was like, oh, but I want to go see the Eiffel Tower, and I was like, fuck the Eiffel Tower. Like, we're gonna lose so much money. And so I got outvoted. We do everything by vote. I got outvoted. I was like,
That's
but
cool.
I'm.
You don't run a dictatorship.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like,
You should've.
I was like, that's fine, but I'm
You
not.
should've.
I'm not. I should have. That
Executive
one
order.
time, like, this is the one time I'm putting my foot down. No, but we. I was like,
what-
I'm not pitching in for gas at all. I'm not.
Got some
Like,
stipulations.
we're going, but I'm not pitching in for gas. And so we went. We played the show. 5 people went, which was like statistically like not bad, I guess, considering like everyone
French
else in
people.
in the country was at 3 blocks down.
Yeah, they just they couldn't afford the tickets in time.
Yeah, they were sold out. They were like, oh
Maybe
fuck,
they're
what do we
just the
do?
Random people who were like Architects, Bear, fuck those
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah.
I mean maybe, but either way, like, so we played that show, and then we're driving back to the UK, and we had to go on the ferry, and so they pulled us through the border patrol check, and they were like, do you have the blah 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 blah
This is
paperwork?
after you got off the ferry.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
we already went to France
Okay.
from the UK, and now we're going back to the UK where we have like 2 weeks worth of shows booked, and I know that like tickets were selling because we ran into people that were like, oh, you guys are in Everyone Dies, like at a pub. They were like, you're in Everyone Dies. We got tickets to your show next week, and we're like, oh fuck, that's crazy, like,
Nice.
which is cool. Like, I was
Yeah.
like, fuck yeah, like that's gonna be so fucking cool. And so then we got pulled over by Border Patrol, and they're like, are you guys in a band? And it was very obvious we were in a band because the bus on the side it said Vans for Bands. Visit us at vansforbands.com. And so it was like, yeah, we're in a band. And they're like, all right, we're gonna need you to pull over.
No, just ignore the sign. We're actually a bunch
No.
of theater dudes.
We're a theater troupe.
And
Yeah.
so then they pulled us and they started taking us to the back one at a time. And I was like, we were all just sitting there in like timeout waiting for them to call us, and I was like, at least we got to see the Eiffel Tower. I mean, and
Fucking
I was
Eiffel Tower.
so mad. I was so salty. Usually I'm like the most positive dude. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be fine, guys. No, I was like, fuck, we're
I'm
fucked.
trying
We're
to
not.
picture this because I've never seen you mad.
I was mad, dude. I was
I think I've only seen
salty.
you mad one time.
But I get more asshole and sarcastic
Oh,
than
yeah.
like actually mad.
There's like
Yeah.
a dash like petty.
Yeah, I'm very
passive-aggressive.
petty with like versus like being just like angry.
Yeah, like you said, no, at least we got to see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I just jabs like that the whole time. They took us to the back. They got our fingerprints, and then they were like,
you're in the fucking system now.
they were checking us, like checking our pockets. And
Drugs.
I don't wear underwear, and and I was wearing basketball shorts that were baggy, kind of.
Oh,
and the dude
no.
almost pulled my shorts. And I was like, "Fuck, bro!" Like, and then he was like, "Are you hungry?" And I was like, he's like, "Yeah, your friend in there got lasagna." And I was like, "What the fuck is happening right now?"
Code words?
He's like, "We got noodles, we got sweet and sour chicken." I was like, "What the? I'll take some lasagna, I guess. I mean, that's
Not for
fine."
nothing, at least here in
Yeah.
the States or from where I grew up, doing stuff like that, they're gonna be like, oh yeah.
Yeah,
we're
it just
gonna
felt
get
like
you
a
to
trap.
snitch.
It felt like
Yeah.
a trap.
We're gonna get
and
you to
then
snitch for us.
and then they're like, "Are you thirsty?" I was like, He's like, "We got tea, we got hot chocolate."
You got a beer?
I was like, "I guess I'll have some hot chocolate." And
Mate,
so
you got a pint?
And it was pretty good. Like it was.
Oh, so they
actually gave me some lasagna and some hot cocoa. And
it's a story how
they put
Danny snitched on his whole band and threw him under the bus.
They're all still in France right now.
They got fingers in the butts and I didn't, so that's all that matters. But they put us in a holding cell, and I was like, Dustin, I'm gonna make you my bitch in here. Like, I'm gonna get jacked as fuck by the time we get out of here, and you're gonna be my prison bitch.
Oh.
And they played the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Odd movie choice, but okay.
And it was on VHS. It was on VHS. I was like, fuck
For
UK.
context,
like,
what year is this?
This was 2018.
Wow.
Yeah.
So VHS is in 2018. You're still pretty behind.
They had to blow the fucking dust off.
Yeah. We haven't had anyone here in a while.
Yeah, no shit.
But it was a good movie. We watched literally the whole movie.
Was
we
it
were in there.
in English?
It was in English, yeah. They're like, what
They were in
American movie
England,
do
you
we
dumb
have?
shit.
I don't know. We got Twins.
Yeah.
They'll probably like that one.
They're like, it's this
Which
or EastEnders.
they were right.
They probably never heard of EastEnders.
And so then,
Dumbass Americans.
it was funny because Dustin was typically the pessimistic guy,
Yeah.
and I was the positive guy, right? Dustin was like, they're going to let us through. Why wouldn't they let us through? They wouldn't take
Anybody
this
want a refill
long.
on beer or anything?
Oh, no, I'm good.
I'm good.
Alright,
I'm good.
Thank you, man.
There you go.
Yeah,
Shout
they'll
out
let
to
us
Mel.
through, you know, just
Yeah,
give us a cup of tea.
Dustin was like very positive that we were gonna get through, and I was like, bro, we're going home. We're going fucking home. And so then they come in, they're like, yep, at this point we're not gonna let you through to our country, so you're gonna have to turn around and go back to France. And we're like, our tickets home that we paid for months in advance were from London.
Ooh,
So
shit.
wait, what was the reason for not letting you in?
So, firstly, was because we didn't have the proper paperwork, and it wasn't a visa situation. It was something else that I don't really remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the second thing was deceitfulness or something like that, because we were lying, because we were trying to white lie our way to getting past it.
Okay.
So
Cut through the red tape, I see.
yeah, we're like, oh, we don't have that, but we're not going over there to do work. We're just doing a music video or whatever.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
that like they didn't really need paperwork for, and because of that, they're like, yeah, you're a bunch of lying Americans, and we're sending you back to France. And
We're not
yeah,
gonna send you home. We're gonna send you to France.
yeah, and
The
so
worst thing going on.
we were like, well, what do we do with our flights? Well, our flights are out of London in like a week or two, and they're like, well, we gotta figure it out. And so
Get fucked.
I was like, shit, because we didn't have any money. Like, we didn't make any money because we only played the one show. We had all those other shows booked in the UK where we would have made all our money, and we already had our safe flights like purchased, and all our equipment, that we still needed to fly back home.
Did your record label help you at all?
No, we weren't on a label at the time.
Oh.
shit.
So like, this is all on our own.
Manager
Oh
or nothing.
shit.
We had a manager, but he couldn't do much. Like, he was back home in the States.
Oh.
So
So you guys just soloed it, and you're like, oh, we're fucked.
yeah, no, we were 1,000% fucked. Because so then we went back to France, and we were like, what are we gonna do?
Did you guys spend a minute like playing on street corners with the guitar case
Bro,
open?
I was so
Called up architects, like,
I
yo, help
was
us
so
out.
fucking. We actually rode on the ferry with architects in Beartooth
Wait,
when we were going
architects,
to France.
You said they are English, right?
They're from the UK,
Yeah, so
You
yeah.
call them, hey man, get your boys, all right?
Help us out, get us that paperwork.
Yeah, hook a brother up, man.
Yeah.
Shit.
We're the only band that didn't steal one of your riffs. Can we
Yeah.
please? Like,
No, but we found tickets on this airline called
Spirit?
No, it was the Spirit Airlines of international flights.
Oh,
though.
fuck.
The thing is, so at this time we were sponsored by Spirit Airlines, so all we had to do was get to a place where they fly to, but they don't fly overseas.
That's true.
The closest place that that we could get to was Boston, and once we get to Boston, we got free flights home. But we had to get to Boston.
Can you
and,
imagine if they didn't have an East Coast hub and it's like, you gotta find your way to Arizona,
dude?
pal.
It was, dude.
You're gonna over
It was
Texas.
stressful. Like, that was probably the most stressed I'd ever been in my entire life.
I can see that, yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I actually got fired from the job I had while I was at the airport waiting to come home. And so I was like, I had just lost all this money on this tour.
Fuck.
All our equipment was stuck in the UK for like 4 or 5 months
Jesus.
after the fact.
Holy
Because
fuck.
we had to wait to save enough money to get it sent back to us.
Where'd you keep it?
One of the bands that we were touring with were cool enough to like hold the equipment for us.
Okay.
That's good.
And then
I just never heard from them ever again.
see you later. Nice equipment.
See a music video, it's like, that's my fucking bass.
No, they were cool. They were really cool. Their parents, because I think the dad worked at a place that dealt with like international shipments and stuff like
okay.
that, so it kind of worked
What was the
out.
name of the band?
They were called Scream Blue Murder.
Oh, they're not scanning there anymore.
Yeah, they are actually. They are
Shout
together.
out
So
to
yeah,
them, Scream Blue
check them
Murder.
out.
Fuck yeah.
I'm gonna check them out. Man.
Yeah, and then so I got fired from my job,
Super.
and I got kicked out. Oh, and then my phone got stolen sitting in the parking lot waiting for our flight while I was sleeping in the van. Shit was crazy. I did not have a good time over there.
Sleeping, somebody crept into the van.
I'm glad they didn't murder me, but I'm
you
pissed.
could've
I could have easily
taken,
been
bro.
murdered. I could have definitely gotten taken, sex trafficked.
Oh fuck, yeah, you got good hair, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say my hair was long and beautiful then still at the time, so. And I think I was sleeping like this, so they could have easily thought I was a girl.
Yeah.
Just butt fucked
Just
immediately.
like, get him! No.
And you're not wearing underwear, so.
No, and I'm easy access. Yeah,
Oh shit.
it was wild.
God.
Not a good time.
That'd be a good name for a special. Butt fucked in France. Shit.
Where
all
else? Where else would you get butt fucked?
Most romantic city.
Romantic. So romantic. At least the
God.
Eiffel Tower's over there.
Right. Yeah. So how was the Eiffel Tower?
It was all right. I've seen it in Vegas. It's not that much different.
That's fucking hilarious.
It's like
That's one of
it's
the American
bigger,
thing
but
I've
like
ever-
sizes and everything, right?
No, the one in Vegas is
What
just
you do
as
with
fun.
it?
Yeah, I like the Vegas one better.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because it doesn't deal with international paperwork.
I won't get deported from Vegas. All right. Well, closing the music thing out. If there's an up and comer listening right now, like wants to get into music, wants to start a band, or even do a solo act, I don't fucking know. You got biggest piece of advice for them?
Don't. No, I'm just kidding. No, getting into the music industry, do not do it unless you really, really love music. Like, and not just writing it, not just, like, you have to really, really love everything
The whole
about
process.
it. Because it's not an easy industry to get into. It's not an easy thing to just, like, be, consistent with. But if you love it enough, you find ways to make all of it work. And that's like the easiest, like the best advice I could give, because like there's so many people that think like, oh, I can play guitar, I should be in a band, and I can tour, I can whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy. Like there's so much more to it, and you have to be more passionate about than just being good at guitar or just being good at recording, or just you have to love the entire aspect of the music business, or what it takes to be a band, because nowadays they want bands need to be good at TikTok, bands need to be good, like if you want to save money, you got to be good at graphic design, you got to be good at videos, you got to like all kinds of shit that comes with being in a band that is a successful band, at least to have longevity in the industry.
As far as marketing yourself and the social media aspect goes, comedy is trending in a very, very similar direction.
Yeah.
Hence why we're doing this podcast, because
Yep.
you people are just
Just
fiends
starving.
for content.
God damn.
Well,
It's not enough to come see us like once a week or get a funny video. It's like, I need more.
Well, and like I feel like that's any entertainment industry.
Yeah.
True,
Because
yeah.
like someone can go and be like, I like telling jokes. I'm like, that's good that you like telling jokes.
Yeah.
But can you market yourself? Can
Yep.
you? Because like I've done every aspect. I've booked shows. I've promoted shows. I've
music.
worked in
Yeah.
studios. I've booked comedy shows. I heard that dig. Fuck you. But like doing all of that, like people can say like, oh, I love doing this. I'm like, you better love doing this
Yeah.
because I've
Yeah.
seen so many people drop out real early because know they're there for the money.
Yeah.
Like
Don't do music if you're trying to do music for money.
you're not gonna
'cause
make any.
Chances are you aren't gonna make it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
the same thing with comedy.
Yeah.
I can picture, I'm not going to name drop, I'm not a total piece of shit. 3 or 4 people that I've seen come as newbies to Corky's.
Yeah.
And we're trying to be supportive. Like, hey, man, what made you decide to, like, come out? What are your influences? Yada, yada. Just shooting the shit before an open mic. And they're like, oh, well, I figured I'd give this a shot. I'm going to build up a solid minute, go on Kill Tony, do that, and then go from there. I'm like, it don't work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, Kill Tony's a good avenue for a lot of people to get.
Yeah. It's a good
noticed.
goal,
Yeah.
For sure, but
but
like,
it's not something that you're gonna be able to do in like a month,
right. Yeah, here's the thing.
unless
it's
you're
like,
really fucking good. But
I was talking to one guy who was like, yeah, like this is my goal to have all this happen within a year.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it because I was still processing it. I was like, okay, so let's say hypothetically,
Yeah.
you get on a Kill Tony first try, You kill the 1 minute. They invite you to a secret show, and that's what, 10 minutes?
I have no clue.
And you don't have fucking 10 minutes?
10-ish minutes?
You kill the first opening one and then eat dick for the other 9? Like, where are you going to go with that? They're not going to have you back.
Yep. No, that's why I think it's a good goal to have. And obviously time, the way people do get to, or, you know, find success in whatever entertainment business that they're in, there's no one way to do it. But if you do it, I feel like if you do it right, you know, that's where you get the longevity. Like
so
if
do
you
it for the art, not like the money and and all that other bullshit.
Money has not ever like been one of the reasons. Like none of the reasons was ever money for anything that I've done. You know, like I've always found ways to make money on the side so that I could still pay my bills. But this, like the art side of everything, is what feeds my soul. And I feel like that. Yeah, that's what I feel like is. That's what success is for me, is to feed my soul with this art, you know, whatever it is that I'm doing. And I don't do anything because, like, if I'm going to do that, I need to make a fuck ton of money doing it, or else I'm not going to do it anymore. Because, like, it's not realistic.
Well, and it's like those little goals, like you were talking about, like when your face was Headbanger's Ball. Headbanger's Ball didn't pay you for that, but you were so stoked about that.
Yeah.
And you get to go to other people and they're like, what's success for you? Like, I was the face of Headbanger's Ball for him. And it's like,
that shit is awesome.
And like, if you talk to like anybody who's been super successful in any part or any like entertainment or anything, they're like, oh, I love doing this. And I happen to like be good at it, or I got better at it. And then one day it paid my electric bill. And then one day it paid another bill. And then eventually it bought a house. Or
if I do end up making money with any of this stuff that I do, great. If not, I still enjoy doing graphic design. I got an awesome job doing graphic design, so like, it's not an issue for me. It's just another thing that feeds my soul and what makes me happy in my everyday life. And I'd rather have that than like a fuck ton of money. So.
Well, shit, I'm stoked for the day that comedy can pay for my fucking Spotify. Jesus Christ.
No, like, because like you see a lot of people who, like, they'll fight tooth and nail to make money in like whatever industry they're in, but they're not happy. And then, or they,
because what do they have to give to get all that money? You know, like,
oh yeah, 100%.
Even when podcasts get to a certain point, like you're gonna have people offering to sponsor you, but do you sponsor because they're giving you a lot of money, or do you actually care about the products that they're wanting you to sponsor? Like, not saying that nicotine is bad, but like if you're like promoting a nicotine product, like that's like, that stuff is like addictive. Like, then you have to think like, one of my fans is gonna, you know, be like, oh fuck, they like nicotine, I'm gonna do nicotine, and like,
then I have cancer.
Which, you know, butterfly effect can give someone cancer. You know, like it's, which, like I said, I don't really care. Like, but it is one of those things that, like, in the back of my mind, it's like how much money is worth promoting that kind of stuff, you know?
You're selling your soul, basically.
So, but I don't know. I mean, there's a dollar figure for everything. Like, you give me a fucking...
I'll tell you which company we will shamelessly promote on this podcast every time. We haven't sold our soul to. That's Reaper Apparel. Go to reaperapparel.co. Use promo code Jeremiah Red to get 10% off your order. Helps the podcast out. It's good quality clothing, stickers, merch, all the things you can think of. And Reaper Apparel Co. is, of course, a big sponsor for mental health, but particularly men's mental health, because we suck at that kind of thing.
Yeah, we do.
Sorry, go on.
That was a great transition into a promotion. That was dope.
That was
that was really good.
I want to edit it later.
You don't even. Just smooth right into it. But that's awesome. Yeah, dude. Yeah, guys are terrible at mental health. I'm just always like, I'm good. I don't know. I'm just tired.
But and also like, in that entertainment aspect, is like you said, it feeds your soul.
Yeah.
Like, that's good for your mental health. Because like I remember when the pandemic hit, a lot of musicians, a lot of entertainers were like, I'm not doing what I love.
Yeah.
And like, I think Caleb
that's why a lot of bands came back.
Yeah. Like I think Caleb Schwomo talked about it.
Yeah.
Where he was like, I was depressed.
Yeah.
And he's like, but then he got jacked.
He did get jacked. That was fucking wild. It was funny. The pandemic, you either got jacked or you got flabby as fuck. I got a good medium. I didn't get jacked, but I ran a lot.
Yeah, I got a good medium, and then as soon as gyms were back open, I was like, I need to fucking go.
Let's get jacked. And, get fucking swole.
But in like, it is those little things that like in entertainment, like you try to like be better about your mental health.
Yeah.
And like working out, doing this, and like doing good stuff for yourself. you see a lot of people who don't do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you go take care of yourself. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And go do
because
something.
some people will fill themselves with like, I mean, it really just depends on the person, because there are people that like, if I make a fuck ton of money, that feeds my soul.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But that honestly just isn't me. I feel like it isn't for a lot of people in the entertainment industry. Like,
oh yeah,
the ones that I've seen, it doesn't seem like they're doing it for a fuck ton of money. They're just wanting, this is what they love to do, and they're gonna figure it out, which is the way to go.
That's why millionaires kill themselves still.
Yeah.
You'll see like
exactly.
a multimillionaire like commit suicide, and some people who I guess like only see the money aspect.
Yep.
And they're like,
what do you got to complain about? You got millions of dollars.
Like my soul is empty.
Yeah.
Like,
well, I've seen like oh man, I can't remember his name. He's a Dallas star who had to quit for mental health reasons.
Shit, I don't remember.
Stephen Johns.
It's Stars Night up here at Corky's.
Yeah,
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Let's go.
But I'm also Let's Go Red Wings. I'm sorry. Continue.
I'm a Penguins fan, but
we beat them.
That ain't saying much.
Yeah, it's not.
No, they're good. They're good this season.
Yeah,
they're decent
like,
this
they
season.
were doing some solid playing in I mean, it's the Red Wings and they're fighting for their life sometimes.
I mean, their arena is sponsored by Little Caesars. They can only be so good.
They're like a budget team.
I'll have you know, the guy who owns Little Caesars paid for Rosa Parks' apartment till the day she died.
That is a solid move, but
Illiches are good people.
unlike
Shout out to them.
Unlike their pizzas, the Red Wings are not hot and ready.
No, they're not. No.
No, it's a rebuild thing.
Yeah, it's a rebuild.
For the past like 8 years.
Yeah, for about a decade.
Still working on that. Yeah, it's like I-35. Man.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah, the I-35 is never done.
I'm a Penguins fan, and we've got like 3 or 4 more years on our front line.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to like
find another team.
No, I'm gonna dedicate.
Crosby and them got the legs for that long?
Like I have it tattooed on my arm.
Oh, you're in for
like,
life.
I'm in it. Like I'll put a jersey on, but that's in my skin. Like, like you just see it covered up.
I was thinking, I was like, would I get a Dallas Star tattoo? I don't think I would.
I did it out of spite. Like I love
like the
my
Penguin?
Penguins. I love my Penguins, and like it's a team I grew up watching.
Yeah.
But like I had a girlfriend who I told her, like, I want to get a Penguins tattoo, and she was like, "That's stupid. Just get a better tattoo. Like, why would you get a hockey tattoo?" Da, da, da. And then we broke up.
Fuck not.
Yeah.
We broke up, and a week later, she started fucking this other guy. I was like, you were probably cheating on me.
Yeah.
So I called up my tattoo artist, was like, we're doing a Penguins tattoo tonight. He goes, be here.
Yeah.
And he was like, why are we doing this right now? I was like, because fuck that bitch.
Yeah. Hell
and
yeah.
he was like, you're dedicated to this team. I was like, no, I still love this team, but also, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
Like, and now every once in a while I look down, I'm like, I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a couple minutes left.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about the parallels between, music and then comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why we want to bring on our homies from the entertainment industry as a whole, not necessarily just comedy. What are some things that you're finding out about comedy? Peeves that you have, things you like, things you don't like? Maybe some advice for somebody else might want to start?
So for me, it was very weird going on stage with just myself because I always have my band to back me up.
Yep.
And so if the band eats dick, we all eat dick, like dick for everyone. But now if I eat dick on
communist dick.
Yeah. So
It's
now if I eat dick, it's just me.
Yeah.
All by myself eating
Rough.
a whole dick, but I like it. Like it's a different, I don't know, it's a different monster. Like and the thing is, so when I do music stuff, there's moments where I have to talk to the crowd. Mm-hmm. So like I have a little bit like just a smidge of crowd work, because if there's like, and then I'm not talking about like the planned gaps where we're like, all right, I'm gonna sponsor our merch and like be like, go check out our merch, go check out this album or whatever, If
you own a black Honda, your lights are on.
Yeah, like there's moments where like, oh fuck, our guitar broke for whatever reason, I gotta get that fixed before we start the next song. Talk to the crowd. I have to come up with random shit to say, and so it's very like that part kind of prepared me for like moments that I have that are lulls, or like moments that I can improvise like some comedic stuff on stage. And luckily when we do, because I haven't done showcases yet, but that is my goal for the next year, is to get booked out on showcases for comedy and stuff like that. And I just I don't know. I feel like it's preparing me for moments that didn't go exactly how it was it was planned, but
Whoops.
I can come up with something on the spot and like hopefully make it funny. It's I don't know. It's cool because it's prepared me for the stage. Like I feel like I'm more comfortable on stage than I've seen, like when people that are pretty new to it. I'm probably more comfortable than a real noob, someone that's like never been on stage. Yeah. So like I got that bit of comfortability that kind of it gives me the confidence that I wouldn't have had if I didn't have it prior. So that's a pretty good transition for me. But
it's crazy because like watching you from your first set to now, like you could already see more comfortability for you.
Yeah.
And,
I was definitely more nervous.
That's a word, but we'll rock with it, guys. Comfortability.
Yeah. It's a word.
You know what I've always said is if you say it, it becomes a word, because if you were being filmed, someone would have to caption that shit.
Yeah.
So it becomes a word.
Yeah. Well, and like
goblin mode, like that shit wasn't in the dictionary till this year.
Yeah.
But that's two actual words put together.
Yeah.
But still, semantics. And like I got to see you play your first EDIU show.
Yep.
And so I've seen you go from your first EDIU show to like your recent stuff, and like it's a different beat.
Yeah.
It's a different beat.
Just a completely different person from like day one to day now, like 13 years later.
Yeah. It's crazy because like you see that growth, and then like you go into comedy, and you already have that kind of stage presence.
Yeah.
And you're getting getting comfortable with a new aspect of of stage presence, and you're already like adapting to it quick.
Yeah.
Because you already have that background.
It's because I have the background, and if I didn't have that, it would have been completely different. I feel like it would have been a slow crawl to me being comfortable on stage.
And it starts with like you getting comfortable on stage and being okay with being by yourself.
Yeah.
And then everything comes after that.
Yeah.
Because I had to get comfortable like being on stage just by myself. And like you said, like if you eat dick, it's your fault.
It's just you. Like all the eyes are on you. Like
you're gonna get full on dick.
Drummer fucks up. Like the drummer fucked. That wasn't me. Like I had my parts. He fucked that shit up. Yeah. Like guitar player broke a string. Like I didn't break a string. He did.
Like you say a joke and no one laughs. You're like, oh shit.
It's like, all right, that was on me. I wasn't funny enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's fun.
It's so fun. But I've always been an entertainer, and that's what it is. It's like I have that entertainment side of myself that it was not it wasn't a 180. It wasn't like,
brand new.
I was able to make that transition pretty smoothly, I think.
No, we did that promo shoot when Green Door was hosting that mic.
Yeah.
And that was pretty simple, cut and dry. Like, once we figured out what we wanted to do, we could sell it pretty well. Then you said you had a theater background, too.
Yeah, oh yeah. So yeah, I did theater.
Former theater nerd.
All through high school.
Yeah.
I did it for a year in middle school. Yeah. I did it in middle school for a year, and that's where I was like, I want to do acting.
Yeah.
I want to be an actor. But I kind of
said I want to do better than the fucking Shrubbery.
Yeah. I think I've always had I was always going to be some sort of entertainer, whether it was acting, singing, comedy, something was always going to happen in that form. And it's cool because I get to do a little bit of everything. Like I still get to do some acting. I'm actually going to audition for a play pretty soon.
Nice.
Because I haven't been on that. I haven't been on that stage for a while, and I'm like, it's time. I need to do a theater show. I need to do a production.
So what are you doing to make sure that you don't stretch yourself too thin then?
I don't know, honestly, because I do feel like that sometimes. I do get stressed out sometimes because when I'm doing the podcast and when I was doing comedy and I had band stuff going on, it was a bit stressful to where I would do none of them because I was so stressed, and it's fuck, that's stressing me out even more, and so it would stack up. But then if I get to these points where I have nothing going on, I get stressed out because I could be doing something.
You feel like you're wasting time.
Yeah, I can be doing either writing some comedy, writing some more music, writing, auditioning for a show so that I can because even when you do shows, I feel like good comedians are good actors.
Yeah.
So if you did a few shows, it could help you in your comedy stuff. Because it'll teach you timing, it'll teach you blocking, it'll teach you pacing and stuff like that. So doing theater is very, very good help for stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
So I want to do more. I want to do a play soon because I haven't done it in so long. Because I feel like it could trigger something for stand-up, you know?
My wife's a theater lady, and she's going to hear this, and she's like, see, I keep telling you need to audition to be really good at it.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like...
I like film, but I don't think I can do theater.
It's fun, because I think you would like it, because it's similar to stand-up, but it's also similar to, like, film and stuff. But the scary part is anything could go wrong.
I don't think I have the wherewithal mentally to memorize the whole fucking thing. Because, like, in film... You could be a dirtbag like me and just take it one scene at a time.
Yeah.
And just kind of have an idea, like study the script the night before or a couple.
That part is a little scary.
However quick or long that you get it, but like in the end of the day, there's gonna be multiple takes. So if you forget something, and it's like fine, or just read it right before. Same thing with like stand up, dude. Like you take little notes and then you just kind of like put it on like your bar napkin or something. Yeah. And then you just kind of glance down in case you forgot where you were at.
Yep.
But like theater, you just gotta do the whole.
Well, I mean, like I've been in situations where things go wrong. But because I have it gives you that little bit of time to like do improv or whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of like would fix these scenarios and situations because I was in Little Shop of Horror where I played like 8 characters, and there was a song that I played 4 characters back to back to back.
I can't fucking sing either.
And that shit was crazy. Cause like the quick changes would have to be quick and they had to be spot on, and if anything was like messed up, like I would be late for my entrance. And so there was a night, this was live, where somebody did the wrong quick change move.
Oh fuck.
And it threw everything off, because then on top of that, they weren't typically like costume changes or whatever. They weren't typically part of that. And so they got flustered, and so it made it even later of an entrance. And I heard them calling my character's name on stage. And in character, I was just like, because they were like, Miss blah, blah, blah. And I was like, just a second. Like, off stage. And it was like just that, like, quick little, like, moment. But it was, like, enough to make people laugh. And then I got on stage and, like, I don't remember exactly what I said when I got on stage. But I was a woman at this point.
Right.
And so I was, like, sassy. Yeah, I was, like, sassy and, like. She was like a rich snobby lady, so like I was just like had my chin up to everybody, and then I just threw money in the air, and I just said my lines or whatever, and it was just like it worked out. But as scary as that moment was, it's so fun. I like it, and it keeps you on your toes, like stand up does. Like sometimes in stand up things don't go right, and like people say, like if you get heckled by someone, like if you have like a a solid comeback, like it gives you that practice for improv.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I can never do that.
It's fun.
Like
it's so
theaters,
good.
Like I feel like I do stagehand stuff. I'll be like on the side, but I don't want to be on stage for that. Like
I'm gonna do it. Y'all gotta come out and then like just
I'll
be like
you on stage.
Well, that's
I'll cry.
Martinez for you guys. The guy's gunning for a Grammy. He's gunning for an Oscar, a Tony, or what the fuck else do they give out? Like
I don't know, man.
MTV award.
MTV award. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we gotta wrap it up. We got to finish this one up, and then, we got to get this other thing popping. And also, I'm about to piss myself, quite frankly. I've been holding it in for about 30 minutes.
Drank all this caramel apple drink. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks so good.
It was so good. You guys can clip moments where I'm just, like, deep-throating this, like, glass, because the caramel is...
Give you a good Ken Burns zoom. Sound effects, slow it down.
Yeah, just clip it. That'll be my face for the episode.
That sounds like too much work. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. But, Danny, it's been a pleasure, my friend. Thank you for coming
out.
Thank you for
anytime.
being patient for the technical
sure.
difficulties we always have. That's like...
I feel it.
Death taxes and us fucking these things up. But that has been the Basuda Triangle podcast. You guys stay trashy.
Woo!
Yeah.